Okay, it says I am live. So let me make sure I'm in the right group. Hey, it is Tamara. It's Monday. It's a little after 2. I was doing laundry, sorry. Um, Let me make sure I'm in the right group first. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. Yep, in the right place. Yay! Okay, so today I wanted to continue and finish all of the oil hacks that we've been talking about. So we kind of went A to Z through all the oils, and then some of the other products, and then these are some like specific things that I've gotten into now. So this will be the last installment of the hacks for right now. So what else did I want to say? Remember that this month is the free frankincense month that you can get when you place a 200 PV order, which is about $200, and then you will get a free frankincense. You can do that 4 times. You don't have to make separate orders as it was in the past. You could literally, if you spent like 400 PV, you'd get 2 free frankincense. So you can get up to 4 of those. What else? I just posted an update for the some of the Christmas, the holiday items um, in our group. So you can check that out to see what's getting more sold out. If there was something on your list that you wanted. The dates, I did put a post in here about the dates and that you would need to order right to get it before Christmas. And so if that's something that you're doing, be sure to get your order in sooner rather than later so that you can make sure you get it for Christmas if you're looking for the Christmas gift thing. If you are local to me, on Thursday in Yelm, McKenna, at Worthy Coffee Company, we're having I'm hosting a like DIY. I will have all the supplies and oils and things to make bath salts and roller bottle blends. And so if you would like to join us in that, just leave me a comment here, let me know. It is $10 for the roller bottle or $10 for the bath salts, just to cover all the supplies. But yeah, we should have lots of fun. And Worthy Coffee Company has great espresso. So if you want a coffee drink to warm up, that would be awesome. Other than that, I think that's about it. So to dive into the rest of the hacks that we're talking about, I don't know about you as a woman, but bladder infections are a pain in the butt, right? They're just very uncomfortable. And so what you can use for that is OnGuard, oregano, and lemongrass in one of those little 2-piece veggie caps that you can get from doTERRA. And you can put that in. I'd put probably 1 to 2 drops of each in the little veggie cap, add a little bit of either MCT oil or avocado oil or whatever oil you have in your kitchen in the little veggie cap, and then take that. You could take that for a day or two, 3 times a day. So morning, noon, night. And that will really help to relieve those symptoms. For a body spritz, maybe you don't have the beautiful blend, or you don't like the fragrance of the beautiful blend, you can use lemongrass, cypress, lavender, and clary sage in a fine mist bottle with water and a little bit of fractionated coconut oil, just to kind of keep the oils, help to keep the oil separated from the water. You're still going to want to shake it before you spray it. So you can spritz that after your shower. That will help with circulation. That'll help with lymphatic drainage, calming, and hormonal support. There we go, if I could talk. So that would be really yummy. That'd be a nice DIY gift to make for someone for a stocking stuffer. Conditioner, you can use, I don't know if doTERRA still has, I think they still have that healthy hold glaze. So you can use a little bit of that in your palm along with the root to tip serum, which is fabulous stuff. And then you can mix it together and then massage it onto your scalp. That can help it make more volume. If you feel like maybe your hair lays a little flat. You can also use 10 to 15 squirts of the root to tip serum in a 1 ounce mist bottle. And then you're going to top it up with filtered water, give it a good shake, and then you can spray it all over your hair for a leave-in conditioner. And then with that, you can also add what I can't talk today. I'm so sorry. Whatever other oils you like. So maybe you want to add more rosemary and some clary sage and some peppermint and lavender, right? So you could add some other oils in there, but that way you could just spritz it all over and then massage it in. Again, that would make a really nice little DIY gift. I'm just thinking gifts because it's Christmas time, right? Cooking. When you use oils to cook, because they're fabulous to use if you are out of your spices. So maybe you're out of ground ginger and you need to use that in your recipe. You can use that. Basically, what it is with oils, because they are more concentrated, right? They're like 75, I think 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. Less is more. Okay, so start out with less, because then you could always add more if you need to. But if you put a whole bunch in there to begin with and then it doesn't taste good, you don't want to ruin your dish. So in the top, I don't have a bottle right here, of course. In the top of the bottle, it has that little reducer, right? That makes the little drops come out. There's always oil left in that after you have taken a drop out. So use a toothpick and you can just swirl it around in that, right? Around the little grooves in that to get some oil, and then swirl it in your food. Okay. And then taste it to make sure that it's got enough for you. You can also, in the middle of that, the hole is big enough that you can put the toothpick down the center of that hole into the oil also. Always use a new toothpick so you're not introducing the food back into the bottle, right? But always start with a toothpick when you need a toothpick, when you need less than a drop. I will find that, I know there's I actually have it in my cookbook. There's a picture that I have that shows like the conversion of like what the drops are to a teaspoon, a tablespoon, whatever. And I'll put that in the comments of this. I have a recipe for a really good salad dressing, and I will put that in the comments of this also. Oh, let's see. Cooling spray. If you run hot, I seem to be running hot these days, right? It's that time of getting older for me. So you can use peppermint or spearmint, or even the supermint would be really, really nice in a spray bottle with some water, and shake it up before you use it and spritz it on the back of your neck. That will really help, because like any breeze that comes across will give you that cooling feeling. Okay. You can add a little bit of adaptive to that. All right. And so maybe you want to do adaptive and peppermint, or adaptive and spearmint, or adaptive and supermint, and that would be super, super nice. Again, that'd make a great gift for someone. Deodorant. So doTERRA has a couple different kinds of deodorant. I know one's Balance, one has it's got, I don't think it's orange, but it's got something citrus in it. So they have a couple different kinds. If you want to kind of bump up whatever you're using, whether it's doTERRA's or another brand, use tea tree on the top of your deodorant. It makes it glide easier, and it also helps to eliminate any bacteria. You can make your own deodorant with milk of magnesia as the base, and then drop whatever oils you feel like. You could use tea tree or spearmint or lemon. I would be careful of that if you have just shaved, right? Because you might get your skin's always sensitive more right after you shave. So that would be good for men also. And then you can use your old deodorant roll-on bottles to make that with the milk of magnesia and then the drops of oils. Arborvitae is another great oil to add in there for the antibacterial purposes. All right. So to make your own diffuser, I'm sure you've seen the reed diffusers that have the glass jar and then the pieces of wood right are stuck in there, and then you put some oil in the bottom and they suck them up. They're not super fragrant, I will say that. They do give you a little bit of an aroma. You can also use cotton wick inserts placed inside of a glass bottle. And that would be the little sample bottles. I don't know if you've seen those or not. I don't even know how much is in there. They're dram bottles. But if you put a little cotton wick in that, and you put the oils of choice on the wick, then you can use it as a diffuser. You could also use it as a nose inhaler. They do make those nasal inhalers that have the cotton wick, and it's usually a plastic. The plastic ones are kind of, once you use it, you toss it. But they'll have that cotton wick in it. You put the oils on the cotton wick, and then there's an opening at the top, and you can hold it under your nose. You can put it up your nose because the oils aren't on the outside part. They're on the inside on the wick, and then breathe in. Super, super nice. Great for when the pollen's flying around, right? You've got all the allergy symptoms going on and that kind of thing. Really, really good for that. Okay. So I don't know how many people use whiteout correction anymore. I used to have those little, what are they? The thing you press on the paper and you roll it across, and it leaves that kind of white paper thing. So I haven't used whiteout with the brush in a long time. But if you do, you can, if it's dried up or dried out, you can add tea tree essential oil to it, and it will help to liquefy it again, and then you can reuse it. So there, hey, super easy. Dry shampoo. I personally have never used dry shampoo because I have dry hair anyway, so I haven't needed to. But cocoa powder with arrowroot, and then oils for dry shampoo, and then you apply it with a powder brush. There are quite a few recipes, and if you search in our group here, there will be quite a few recipes that pop up too. If you are worried about dust mites, you can spray a mixture of 10 to 15 drops of eucalyptus, a fourth of a cup of witch hazel, and then some warm water, and then you would put that in your spray bottle. You could, repurpose the hand sanitizer spray bottle, right? That'd be perfect because I think that'll hold a fourth cup of water. I think. If it only holds an eighth cup of water, then just cut the drops down, right? Super simple. And then spray that on bed linens. I have a spray that I make that I take with us anytime we go stay in a hotel, and it is in a repurposed hand sanitizer, 30 ml, and it has lavender and eucalyptus in it, and then just water, and I shake it up and I spray it on. First thing we do is I get there and we whip the covers back off the bed, and we spray all over the bed and the pillows and everything, because it's very helpful to kind of deter any little creatures that might be there. So, and it smells good too. To reuse your empty Lifelong Vitality bottles. Super easy to peel the sticker off. If there's any sticker residue left on, just take a little bit of a citrus oil and a paper towel or a cotton ball, and just kind of get the sticker removed off. But really nice to reuse if you want to make Epsom salts for a bath, to give to someone. What else could you put in there? You could put, I know somebody uses it for something else. If I think of it, I will share. But that's kind of what I saved them for, is to make bath salts. And then you can put a really cute little label on the front of it, right? They have those round labels that you can print off on your printer. Super nice to do. You could tie a little bow around the top of it. Make a really nice gift. Again, I've got the gift thing on my mind. Empty OnGuard bottles you could fill with mouthwash when traveling, because they're only a 15 ml size. That's a really good idea. We used to have because we used to have those wellness kits, and there was a small, I don't think they have that one anymore, but there was a small, like they had 1, 2, and 3 kits in each thing. And there was a small OnGuard mouthwash bottle. Mine cracked, unfortunately, so I don't have it anymore. So that's a really good idea. I'm gonna have to remember that because last time I traveled, I didn't take my mouthwash. I didn't have anything to put it in. So there you go. All right, for eye bags, if you get those bags underneath your eyes when you wake up in the morning, Digestin roller works great to help with super tired kind of mama eye bags, right? Because you're not getting enough sleep because your little one is keeping you up. Or even if you're just not getting enough sleep, whenever, and you have eye bags, Digestin is a great use for that. Make sure that you're not getting it in your eye. Don't get it on your fingers and then rub your eyes because that would be super uncomfortable. And remember that if you do get essential oils in your eyes, take some oil, like avocado oil, coconut oil, whatever oil, and put it over the area of your eye, you know, where you got it, and then wipe it off with a tissue or a cotton ball because the regular oil itself will help. It'll attach to the essential oils and it will lift them away. Okay. It'll be a little stingy for a little bit, but it'll go away. If you have any sort of fungal issues, and I'm talking about, you know, on your nails, on your hands, or if you do not wear shower shoes in the shower, and 80 million people use the same shower shoe, and then you get that itchy, burning feeling in between your toes and the skin cracks, you know, HD Clear Cream works really, really good as a foot or toe cream, especially for that. Okay. I know that tea tree essential oil is really good for that also, but the HD Clear Cream works like fabulously. For any head tension, really bad head tension, past tense is the blend that's for that. That's what it was made for. I can't use that. And I have to say, every time I go to convention, it seems like everybody uses past tense, and I just can't stand, I can't stand the aroma. I just can't. It almost gives me a headache just to smell past tense, which is kind of the opposite effect you want, right? But that's the really nice thing about essential oils is that you have all these choices and all the different things that you can use to help you with that. So when I get a headache or a really bad headache, I use frankincense. You could also use copaiba. You could use peppermint. You could use lavender. You can, so I put frankincense, I put a drop on my thumb. I push it to the roof of my mouth on the soft palate. So it's a little farther back in your mouth, but you're going to push and hold it there for, I don't know, 10, 20 seconds. And then I will also put some frankincense because I always get headaches right here. I'll put frankincense on my temples and then the base of my skull. And that really seems to work for me. Now you can also use 2 drops each of frankincense and copaiba, add a little bit of carrier oil and do the same thing, you know, massage it on your temples and on the back of your neck. You could throw some adaptive in there if you find that helpful. It's kind of one of those things that, you know, everybody reacts differently. And so you might need to kind of try a couple of different combos to find the thing that works best for you. On your temples or across your head or just below the hairline, you can try copaiba and then peppermint and then lavender. So you would just kind of layer them. So you do the copaiba first, and then you would get a little bit of peppermint, and then you would layer the lavender over the top kind of thing. Black pepper, I've not tried that one. You could put a drop of black pepper, push it to the roof of your mouth and see if that helps. Adaptive touch, that's the one that's already in the touch roller, right? It's already pre-diluted with fractionated coconut oil. That could be super helpful for when you get those head pain with the wavy stuff going on in front of your eyes. Okay, so you can apply that to your temples, your hairline, the back of your neck as soon as that starts, and then do it every 5 minutes, reapply every 5 minutes or so until you have clear vision again. Helichrysum is another one that can work. And I know that some people have success with using deep blue. Again, deep blue to me has a really strong aroma, and that is not one that I would choose. But if that doesn't bother you, then certainly try that. Okay. All right. So, you know, there is the Abode lawn. No, there isn't Abode laundry detergent. Yes, there is. There's the laundry pods. I knew there was laundry. So there's the laundry pods that way. OnGuard also has a laundry detergent, which I really like. If you're going to use the OnGuard laundry detergent so that you're using the same amount every single time, because what I found is that if I left the laundry detergent in the bottle that it comes in, when my kids were at home, they don't use the same and they think more is better, right? That's just kind of how it is. And it would go down really quickly. And to use too much of the OnGuard laundry detergent is almost like it's not what you want. It can leave your clothes smelling kind of funky because there's too much laundry. You're just using too much, basically. So if you're going to use the OnGuard laundry detergent, my recommendation, I'll put the link to, because there's a whole video that I've done on this in our group, is to get 3 pump bottles from Amazon. They're empty. I forget what size they are, but you're going to take the bottle of the laundry detergent and put it into those 3 so they're about even across. And then you're going to fill it up with water. Now, when you fill it up with water, tilt it to the side so the water is running down the side so it doesn't like bubble up so fast. Okay. And then put the pump tops in there. And then what you do is for a top, well, I have a front loader. So for a front loader, I put 3 pumps of the mixture, right? And you don't have to continually shake it up or anything. It stays separated. I put 3 tops or 3 pumps of the mixture in my front loader. And then if you have a top loader, you can use like 5 pumps of the laundry detergent. But you can also, there's a recipe that you can use 50 drops of the Purify blend. You're going to use 3 cups of baking soda, 3 cups of washing soda, 3 cups of borax. You're going to mix that all together. And then, there's a laundry detergent that you can use. I have not tried that one. I know a lot of people that make their own laundry detergent with the same things, maybe some different oils, but that might be good. If you don't like the Purify aroma, you could certainly try the Abode blend because that's really good at cleaning too. You could even try the OnGuard blend if you like that one better. And I would probably add, if you did the OnGuard, I'd probably add a little more citrus in there because citrus is really good at cutting the grease and things. So when you make that powdered laundry detergent, the recipe that I just said, you're going to use 1/4 of a cup per load. I'm thinking 1/4 of a cup is like for a top loader, so maybe 1/8 of a cup for a front loader, because typically you don't have to use as much in the front loaders. Laundry stains. I have a blend in a spray bottle, and I have it marked with a printed label about halfway up. And so you fill it halfway with the OnGuard detergent, and then you add 10 drops of lemon essential oil, and then fill the rest with water, and you spritz that on any stain that you have, kind of, I don't know, with your fingers or the fabric, right? Rub it in and then kind of let it sit, let it dry, and then throw it in the laundry. You can use lemon oil on clothing stains mixed in a bucket of hot water with a squirt of like any kind of dish soap. Dawn dish soap is always seems to be the preferred one there. And a scoop of OxyClean. And then you can soak it for like 2 days, stirring occasionally, and works every time. If you have oil stains on your clothes, the easiest thing that I have found is whatever dish soap you have to wash your dishes with, literally put that right on the oil stain. I've even gotten out ones that I've washed and dried. So they're like set in there, right there, an oil stain. But it works every single time. So lip gloss, you can use any of the floral rollers for lip gloss. So you could use Magnolia, you could use Neroli is a popular one. Jasmine, you could use Rose. What are the other floral ones that we have? I know there's something else and I can't think of it. Any of the floral rolls would be a great lip gloss, and then it would smell good, and you'd get all the other benefits from the floral oils, and a win-win. All right. So if you're worried about getting too many drops, out of the water. Oh, so if you're adding like lemon or a citrus oil to your water, right? Instead of putting the drops in, because they'll just kind of sit on top, if you add a little bit of salt to your water, that will help. Um, and then kind of stir it up with a spoon or a knife or whatever. That'll help to keep the oil dispersed. But otherwise, if you just add your essential oils to your water, it sits on top, right? Because oil and water don't mix. But if you take your hand on the top of the bottle and kind of dab it, and then reach in the cup and just wipe it on the side, that tends to keep the oil from floating so much on the top. So it's not just because I know when you drink your water, if you're not using a straw, like lemon or any of your citrus oils, and it's during the summer, if you get that on your lip and then you're out in the sun, that can actually create kind of a sunburn for you because they're photosensitive. And so if you had the oil stay and not be on top of the water while you're drinking it as much, then there would be less chance of that. So, okay. You can try drinking OnGuard and lemon together in your water to help with blood sugar levels, to help them balance. You can use a mini sprayer of OnGuard. So that'd be a real great way to repurpose an empty OnGuard 15 ml bottle, right? And put a little, you can order the spray tops for those. But you can put some OnGuard in there and just fill it with water and then just spritz it on your shopping carts or spritz it anywhere your steering wheel or whatever. And if you have a sore throat, you could spritz it on your sore throat because the clove in that would be really nice to numb your throat. So there's some good ways there. For oral health and why did this get so small? Hang on, I got to zoom in. I don't know why it got so small. For oral health and pain, if you can't get to the dentist as quickly as you need to, you can use equal parts of myrrh and OnGuard and copaiba, and then dab your finger on that and run it around your gums or your tooth or whatever it is that's causing you pain. You can do a 5 ml spray. Again, use a little 5 ml repurposed bottle with 2 drops of peppermint and 2 drops of spearmint and add water. You can use that as a breath freshener. It's a really good idea. I never thought about that. And then oil pulling. I don't know if you guys have ever oil pulled or not. That is taking coconut oil. That's the one that gets solid, regular coconut oil that gets solid when it's cold in your house. And using a drop of essential oil like myrrh or peppermint or spearmint or supermint or copaiba. What else have I used? Any of the oils that are really good for clove, OnGuard. Oregano's in there. I've not oil pulled with oregano. It's a strong oil. I don't know if I would recommend that, but the other ones work really well. And it's just 1 drop in about a tablespoon or so of oil. And then you put that in. I make them in a little silicone mold that has like little tablespoon half circles, so to speak. And I melt the regular coconut oil, I put it in there, and then I add the drop of whichever oil I want. And then I put them in the fridge so they get cold and hard. And I pop them out and store them in like a glass jar in the fridge. And I will just take one out. You kind of chew it at the beginning, right? Because it's hard. But you chew it, and then once it gets liquidy, you swish it around your mouth for like 5 to 20 minutes. All whatever, vacuum or clean or dust, or dusting doesn't happen very often in our house, but I'll do something while I'm swishing that around in my mouth. And then when you're done swishing, spit it in the garbage, not down the sink, because it will clog your sink because it's regular coconut oil, right? And it'll get hard when it's solid or hard when it's cold. And then go brush your teeth. Super, super helpful for your gums. If you just like Google oil pulling, you'll see why. But super helpful for your gums and your oral health. Really helps to get any bacteria underneath your gums. And I've noticed a huge difference going in to see my dental hygienist when I do that. So something to think about. Let's see. So past tense, and I haven't tried this with past tense, but maybe it would work. And any of the rollers that have just the essential oils in them. So I think it's past tense. It is Immortel. And did they change? Used to be the one, oh, what's it called? Why can't I think of it? Intune. I think Intune is still a roller. Those are all essential oils. There's no fractionated coconut oil in it whatsoever. So anytime you have those rollers, my recommendation, because typically you're going to use them in the same spot because you're using them, you know, whether it's past tense, using it for headaches, you're probably going to put it always on your temples and base of your neck and that kind of thing. And Immortel is for your skin, right? So you're probably going to make circles around your eyes because it's really good for the fine lines and circles. Anytime you're using a roller in a specific spot consistently, make sure that it's diluted, because if you don't, you can develop a sensitivity to it, unfortunately, right? Because they're strong. And so what I recommend with any of those rollers is to have 2 more empty rollers or even 3 more empty rollers. So you can make 4. You could make 2, you could make 3, you can make 4. Take the original one and just like we did with the laundry detergent, right? You're going to put it in those rollers so there's about an equal amount, fill them up with your carrier oil and put the roller top on. And then you have 4 bottles instead of just one. You've pre-diluted it, so you've made it like a touch roller, right? And it's ready to use whenever, and you have lessened any chance of sensitivity. You have increased the absorption rate that it will absorb into your skin because of the carrier oil there. And it's just, it's less intense. Oh, Clary Calm is the other one, because I got the Clary Calm roller. I wanted to use it because, you know, I was having some hormonal imbalances, and I took it out and I smelled it and I literally felt nauseous. I was just like, I can't use this. But when I think I made 3 rollers out of that one bottle, world of difference. It's not such an intense aroma. It's not so in your face, so to speak. So try that if you've ever had like kind of an adverse reaction because of the smell of something, you know, dilute it down and you might find that you can use it because it has great benefits. All right, so pets, we went through pets last month, the month before. We did a whole thing, the whole month. It was all on pets, but Digestin oil can work really well in its daily food to help control the parasite and flea cycle. You're going to want to dilute it down appropriately. Again, if you search in our group, you will find some charts that will help you know how much to use for how much your pet weighs, kind of thing. You can take, well, we don't have that one anymore. Roller bottles are really nice to have on hand, whether they're a 5 ml roller or a 10 ml roller. They're really nice to have on hand because you can make your own personal rollers, whether it's for fragrance, like your personal perfume, or for specific things that you're putting together to help with, I don't know, stress or anxiousness or pain or any, right? It's just really nice to have roller bottles on hand so that you can apply things easily without having to massage it in afterwards and get the oil on your hands. So then it's not, you know, on your clothes kind of thing. Just really nice to have. You can use it in place of lotion. So if you put lavender and some, if you made a lavender roller bottle and you rolled it on your hands and then massage on your hands, it'd be a great thing to have without having to carry any lotion with you. Sinus steam cup. We haven't talked about this in quite a while, but if you are prone to sinus pressure, right? You get a lot of sinus pressure in your sinuses, and it's painful, and you want to get everything flowing. The sinus steam cup is like hands down the best way to do that, and that is by taking a mug of water. You can microwave it until it's steaming, which depends on your microwave, right? A minute and a half to 2 minutes or so. And I just shared a thing on my personal page that I didn't know, that you are not supposed to heat any liquid in your microwave over 2 minutes, because I forget what it is, but it can actually, when you take it out, it won't boil, even though it might be hot. But when you take it out, the movement can actually create this big bubble that can then shoot it everywhere. So there's a tip for you that I didn't know. Anyway, you want to make sure that the water is steaming, okay? And then you're going to add a drop of tea tree, a drop of peppermint, a drop of lemon, and a drop of oregano. You can do 1 to 2 drops. I find 1 is plenty. You're going to kind of, don't fill the cup all the way. So if I was doing this one, I'd maybe fill it, a little over half, so that you can swirl it around and get it all, the oils all mixed up. Close your eyes. You're going to lean over it, breathe in through your nose, breathe in through your mouth, kind of alternate the two. You will literally feel your sinuses open. Have tissues handy, because the drainage will begin. My husband finds great relief by using that sinus steam cup, because he always has sinus pressure going on. He's broken his nose a couple times. So let's see. Excuse me. Oh, you can make your own serum for your skincare. You can cut open the beautiful body mist. So you're going to cut open the bottom of it, I guess. You'd have to put it in something else, because then it wouldn't pump out like it should. But anyway, you could use that, and you could add blue tansy, helichrysum, frankincense, cobaiba, geranium, and ylang ylang to it. That would make it really nice. Also, if you have used the hydrating cream, that stuff is fabulous for your face and your heels, if you got dry, cracked heels. If you use that, I always like to add, what do I add to that? I add yarrow palm to it, a couple drops of that, and a couple drops of blue tansy. It does turn it kind of blue. But I find that really, I like that a lot on my skin. It works really well. If you use a toner and you want to make your own, you could use like 2/3 witch hazel, 1/3 water, and then you could add lavender and tea tree. Yeah. If you had a spray, in a spray bottle, you would do that, right? So you could spritz it. You could add rose water and frankincense and lavender. That would make another really nice toner and refreshener. I know the rose duet that you could have gotten, I think they had it available twice, that had the rose spray and then the moringa rose oil. That is fabulous. And the bottle, the spritz bottle that it comes in, you could repurpose that and make this recipe or another recipe that you like. I don't know about you, if you have anybody that snores, breathe on the bottom of the big toe, works really well. Breathe in the diffuser, works really well. You can also try a drop of cedar wood applied to, because you typically it's men that snore, applied to their Adam's apple. You could also diffuse geranium, frankincense, wild orange, and Roman chamomile and see if those work. So there's a couple ideas for you. Or you could just do like I do and say, hey, you're snoring way too loud, turn over. And that works too. Stinky shoes. I have a story about this. Liam played football. I went away. I don't even know where I went away. And I came back and he had stuck his football cleats, his stinky football cleats, in the room where all my oils were. And I said, why did you put them in here? Because it smells good in here. My shoes are stinky. I'm like, yeah, but no, it doesn't smell good in here. Purify. Purify is like hands down the best thing to use for stinky shoes. So like any athletic shoes that your kids have. Um, put a couple of drops on the cotton balls. I'm sure that a Bode would work also, but I just swear by Purify. Put a couple of drops of Purify on cotton balls, shove them in the shoes and let them sit overnight. Like worked so well. So well. This says 3-ounce spray bottle. You can fill it halfway with witch hazel and the rest with water. You're going to add 4 drops of peppermint and 4 drops of tea tree, 2 drops of eucalyptus, and 2 drops of thyme, and then spray in the stinky shoes or wherever you keep your stinky shoes. So there's another recipe for you. Throat spray. You can use the Kids IQMega oil, which comes in the bottle as a base, and you're going to add 5 drops of lemon, 10 drops of OnGuard, and then you could again repurpose like an old OnGuard 15 ml bottle with a spray top, and add your 5 drops lemon, add your 10 drops OnGuard, and then fill the rest of it with the IQMega. And then you could use that as a throat spray to really help soothe your throat if you've got a scratchy, dry, sore throat. I find taking the OnGuard touch roller and literally rolling it up and down the outside of my throat and massaging it in works wonders. But I know my daughter has used the throat spray before and finds it very helpful. So to help with whitening your teeth, if you're not using doTERRA's toothpastes, use them because they're fabulous. We have the OnGuard, right? And then the is it spearmint? I think it's spearmint that came out at convention this last year. Both are really, really, really nice. I have both of them in our cabinet and I alternate one and then the other. But you could add 1 to 2 drops of myrrh instead of toothpaste. You're going to add that in like activated charcoal and then brush your teeth with that. That really helps to the activated charcoal helps to bind any of the stains that are on your teeth and it takes them off. It really works really well. You can find activated charcoal in the in little veggie caps, and all you would have to do literally is probably open one in a little dish and then put a couple drops of myrrh in it and then just kind of dip your toothbrush in it and do that. That can be super, super nice. That is what I have for you. Those are all my little tips that I've got right now. I'm sure there's 80 million other things that I did not cover because people use their oils in different ways. And so if you have some hack that you have used essential oils for and you found some benefit from it, right, that worked really good for you for something that you not necessarily wouldn't use the essential oil for, feel free to share that because it's always nice to have all those options available to use things. I will be back next Monday. And then I won't be here the Monday after that because it's Christmas. So I'm going to take that day off. You probably wouldn't be here to watch me anyway. So I'll be back next Monday. We'll talk about, I'm not sure what, but you guys have a great rest of your week. And yeah, I'll try to remember all the things I said I would put in the comments. I'll probably have to go back and watch this so that I remember what I said. All right. I'll talk to you all later. Love ya.